Hi, I'm Stephen Blacksmith. Now, you may know me as a writer, director, actor, an all-around funny person. You may also know me as the man that killed Haley Joel Osment. Come on, when's the last time you saw him at something? You're not quite sure, are you? You're on IMDb right now, aren't you? Now, when this quarantine started, I, like many of you, thought, finally, a reason to use my fine arts degree that my parents always ridiculed me for. So I decided to get together with some of my favorite people in the world and talk about their favorite films via Zoom. Now, along the way, we're going to play a lot of games, learn some fun film facts, and watch our guests get pretty silly. Oh, and it is important to know that we do not monetize this program in any way, but we do support some awesome causes, so we're going to put a description of one of these causes in every single episode, and if you feel the need, and if you can, most importantly, please consider donating. Now, kick back, relax, and enjoy Cinema Variete.
Good, the bad, and the ugly. Good, bad, or ugly?
But like the movie, it's good.
Well, yeah.
And a little ugly.
You think it's ugly?
Well, yeah, I mean that's kind of the point of spaghetti westerns is especially in sort of a response to like the westerns of the 1940s and 50s was, you know, just like there's nothing glamorized about the West. I mean, certainly like they're beautiful movies from like a filmmaking perspective, and there's definitely some great like sweeping vistas, but like everybody's dirty and sweaty, and the violence is quick and bloody, and no, I mean none of the characters are entirely good. Like even the good of Blondie, I mean he's good compared to the other two, but like he's still actually got the highest body count of the three characters.
That's true, yeah. Still kind of a dick. Still kind of out for himself.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't know if you know, because this is, you know, part of Sergio Leone's Dollar trilogy, and even though this is the final one made, it's actually implied to be very much a prequel to the first two, because you know, with the end of the movie with Eastwood, you know, donning the poncho that he was famous in the first two movies, and he's a bit more empathetic and willing to help other people in the first $2 movies, as opposed to being very much mercenary in this movie.
That's right. And didn't someone try to make like a illegitimate fourth movie or something like that?
Well, kind of. I mean, there's certainly been no lack of movies that have blatantly ripped off the style of this. I mean, the spaghetti western, you know, there's other movies in that genre that are not as famous, you know, Django or El Topo, and there's some good ones too, but none of them hold a candle to this. And then his next movie, Leone's next movie, was Once Upon a Time in the West, which some people think is the better western. They're wrong, but and so there's like always been speculation, a lot of talk about whether or not Eastwood was going to be playing a character in that movie, and if he turned it down, or if Leone, you know, never wanted him in it, if Eastwood didn't want to do it, because he didn't really have a fun time making these movies.
Well, I think he did Paint Your Wagon instead.
Well, he I think did Paint Your Wagon before these.
Oh, I'm just messing around.
Oh yeah, these movies are the reason that Eastwood is famous.
Right?
Yeah.
I always forget that you last year did like the insane, I'm gonna watch however many westerns.
That's a lot, and some of them definitely blended together. It wasn't like a set amount. It was just trying to watch every significant Western.
But it was like 50 or something like that. It was a
Oh
lot.
yeah, I definitely got at least 50 or 60. It's a huge genre. It's one of the oldest, genres of filmmaking.
Mhm.
Going back all the way to the Great Train Robbery in
That's right. 19. Oh my God. I don't know.
1920. Yeah,
I don't remember.
20 something, and of course that movie constantly gets referenced, especially the last shot of the bandit firing the gun at the crowd. The end of Goodfellas with Joe Pesci doing
Yeah.
basically shot for shot. So yeah, the Western, I mean, as a genre, is just huge. We still make them, even though they've certainly had a bit of a falling out over the past
Yeah.
years.
But now they're like the indie artsy kind of ones. Like Slow
Occasionally.
West or yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
just fuzz.
in many ways, the Western has like more successfully moved to television.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
With things as far reaching from Deadwood, which I adore, all the way to even today with Westwood or Westworld, which
Mhm.
I've tried really hard.
It's difficult, but yeah. I think it pays off, but I don't know.
Yeah, someday I'll go back.
Now, the good, the bad, the ugly. I need you to tell us exactly what this movie is from start to finish.
All right, so you've got your three titular.
No. It's not that easy. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to cut you off right there.
Oh, okay.
But-
Okay.
Now I remember how good you are with words.
On the spot here now. I'm going to sound like a gibbering idiot.
You are gonna tell us the entirety of the movie from start to finish, and you're gonna do it minus one vowel. So try not to say words
Oh,
with a vowel in it. I'll go easy on you too. But if you,
3.5 hour long movie.
I know. So if you mess up, you get one strike, 3 strikes, and I take away another letter. 3 strikes after that, and you are done. You cannot talk anymore.
Like the rest of the episode.
Yes. No, just
Yeah, it's gonna be very
with
difficult.
a synopsis, and then our viewers are deprived of that. They'll have to look it up.
Okay.
Now, since it's good, bad, and ugly, I think O is the first vowel in that, so we're going to take away O's. All right? So be as descriptive as you can in describing the plot of this movie.
Oh,
And whenever you're ready.
okay. The good is
No! I don't know. Try it. You can do that. You can do it. I discourage that kind of slant. But I would recommend you do different words for those.
well,
If you want to say good, that's fine.
okay.
Shakespeare did it, you can do it too.
Yeah. Shakespeare can do it. All right. Starting over. So the Belle, as it were, played by Clint Eastwood, a hunter of guys
What?
that have
I heard an of.
son of
That's a
bitch.
1X. All right, go ahead.
a hunter in guys that have financial rewards placed up. Had to be. Anyways, I hate you so much right now. The Bad, played by Lee Van Cleef, also known as
Also.
son of a bitch. I hope you don't. I'm going to be swearing the more and more we do this.
Oh my gosh. You know what? I'm going to give you an easy one. I'm going to tell
Yeah.
you a Y. So don't say O or Y.
Okay. Lee Van Cleef, aka Satenza, aka Angel Eyes.
Eyes.
Ah, son of a bitch. Okay, you win. You win. I can't do it.
Okay. Well, you know what? Maybe the trailer can help us out a little bit.
Just jumping to the end of the film on this.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing I wish if I was a time traveler to like taste a cigar from back then. You know what I mean?
So as a guy who occasionally smokes cigarillos, I can tell you that if you don't keep them humid, like after a few days they get real stale. I imagine it's probably not great.
But I guess that's why they grew tobacco in the South, huh?
Yeah, I think the humidity is a big part of it. But that's the reason Clint Eastwood is squinting all the time is from those cigarillos. They burn his eyeballs, basically.
Oh, yeah.
It's so weird because it makes it look like a war movie, which it really isn't.
That's a lot of extras.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty ambitious film. There was a lot of money and a lot of writing on it, but it really concentrated on the war aspect. I guess probably makes sense. You're trying to sell a foreign-made film to an American audience in the 60s. I mean, three of the actors spoke English. Everybody else is speaking Italian or Spanish.
Yeah, it must have been difficult. I like how this trailer is, like you said, billed as a war movie, but really it's the Civil War is just in their way.
It's the backdrop, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not. I always wonder how he didn't get Eli Wallach seeing that show. I get nervous every time I watch this.
Yeah.
But I wonder because there's an infamous bit of marketing mishap that happened with some of the ugly stuff where in some of the trailers and posters, Clint Eastwood was labeled as the ugly.
Ooh.
Eli Wallach as Tuco was labeled as good.
Handsome.
As the what?
As the handsome.
Yeah, Tuco's he's pretty good looking, right?
Yeah. It's weird. He looks he's pretty much a gremlin. Is he dead now?
Eli Wallach, yeah, he died I think in the early 2000s, but he was old, and I mean, these are three giants of the Western industry. All three of these guys are fantastic. Pretty much in any Western you can catch them.
I get that Lee Van Cleef in there. Agreed. And they're all dead except for Clint Eastwood.
Somehow. Although he can't be around too much longer.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, and speaking of death, the composer to this movie just died last week.
I don't even know. In like my high school film class, we talked about how we did the score, and it just seemed insane. It was just like, I want whistles and a coyote and Tarzan, and I want bells and school children crying. Everything's in there.
Nothing that sounds like it. Like
Right?
you can spot Ennio Morricone's music from a mile away because he's got 14 gruff dudes chant talking and someone playing an ocarina. With string backgrounds. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
And it holds a lot. A lot of this movie's success is due to that score. I mean, they're hand in hand. You can't really separate the movie from the background music.
Agreed. I mean, it's so iconic. Some of these are thinly veiled kind of questions involving the movie. but most of these are just based on my own concept of morality. All right. So you find $50 on the ground. What do you do? A, report it to the police. B, take it, you'll never find the owner. Or C, take it, use it to buy a puppy. Take the puppy home and shower it with love. Return it to the shelter the next day and laugh.
Well, we're definitely not reporting it to police. And that puppy one's, that's pretty messed up. I'm gonna take it because I'm never gonna find the owner. Like there's,
Okay,
yeah.
that's fine. Now you're going grocery shopping this time. Do you A, wear a mask? B, wear a mask but keep it around your mouth only, leaving your nose free? Or C, don't wear a mask. Lie about your doctor forbidding you from wearing it because of excess CO2 levels.
I'm dealing with so much of this right now.
I know, I just saw your post though, like, oh God.
I'm lucky enough that I haven't had anybody come in with like one of those fake cards that says, you know, like, my doctor says I can't wear this, but the people with the mouth only and the nose free, or like taking it down to talk, or I'm wearing a mask because I'm not an actual cretin.
Oh, good. Thank you so much. The world appreciates it, but you know what? The apocalypse happens. The Western U.S. has become an untamed wasteland. What name do you go by? A, honestly, just let people call you whatever you want, or whatever they want. B, let people give you a crappy nickname based on your crappy personality. Or C, let people give you a name to describe your appearance and marksmanship.
I mean, I think the attitude I approach it with is probably like, whatever you want to call me, you can call me. But it's gonna be the crappy nickname based on the crappy personality. I know which way this ends, and that's the way it goes.
Oh my God. All right. Next question. How do you dress? A, serapes, all day, every day. B, the most Mexican hat I can find. And we can say that because, you know, we're going. Just letting people know because I look super redneck, but it's the lighting right now. I am a Latino man. C.
I am not.
Well, that's fine. You can have our hats.
Yeah.
They're for everybody. Or C, like the most stereotypical bad guy I can think of.
I already dress like a stereotypical bad guy. Like, yeah, that's where we're going. Like, we have to. I already have a theme going on.
You're not wearing your vest today.
Well, I'm inside in my own house.
Well, yeah, but you know, just okay. Well, I can't.
I'm not an anime character.
Hey, how many baby goats is too many baby goats? A, you can never have too many furry baby goats. B, get those goats away from me right now. Or C, baby goats are good eating.
So I think they're adorable. I don't know what they taste like. I've never had baby goats. So I think I have to go with you. You can never have too many furry baby goats, especially if you can startle them and they all just like fall down at the same time.
That's adorable. I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, you know what? If there is a heaven, do you think you'll go there? A, I hope I stay a ghost on Earth and just perv out. B, no way. Hell is where it's at. Or C, absolutely, I'm a saint.
I mean, I'm not going to heaven. Like, I honestly, I don't know if I want to perv out as much, but the prospect of being a ghost and just annoying people for like the rest of human existence, like I think ghost is the way that
Ghost.
It's the way this train's going.
Ghost, and we'll omit the perv out.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's probably gonna happen.
Like just on accident. You're just thing, and then someone comes into a room and whips it out.
Yeah, exactly. You can't stop that.
No, you can't. Nor should you. You go to a wedding. Do you A, try to hook up as much as the wedding party as possible? Oh my God, I can't talk. B, wish the bride and groom the best and donate to their honeymoon fund. Or C, straight up steal the gifts after making a speech about the groom's sordid sexual history.
well, I've been to your wedding, and we know that two of those didn't happen.
Very inappropriate.
Yeah, no, it was, the speech was horrible. I didn't make a speech. I don't make speeches.
No one did. Fine.
I have to be boring but good. I go to weddings to have a good time. I'm not going to steal somebody's wedding gift.
Okay. So, what's the bride and groom?
Yeah, I wish you the best.
All right. Well, you're good.
Oh.
You're good, you freaking goody two-shoes. I hope you're happy with your saintly choices. You always drive the speed limit and don't hesitate when a friend asks you to help them move. It's off-putting when normal people see you helping an old person across the street. Gross.
Well, I'll amend my ways. I'll go. Well, I was about to say I was going to go punch a baby, but,
Ooh,
6 feet or more.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly. You have to be responsible about that.
Exactly.
Now, these are all trivia questions pulled from IMDb, but they are all true false, okay?
Okay, true or false?
All right. And they're all about the movie, either things that happened in the movie or production of the movie.
Okay.
Okay. Now, because writer and director Sergio Leone spoke barely any English and Eli Wallach spoke barely any Italian, they often communicated in Spanish.
True.
False.
Ah,
Oh,
yeah.
weird, because I would think so too.
Yeah.
But they actually communicated in French because they both.
I got to see. Damn it! I knew they did the third language. I forgot. Yeah. I just went Spanish.
Well, that's all right. It's very close. French and Spanish are the same language. Clint Eastwood wore the same poncho through all three Man with No Name movies without replacing or cleaning it.
Oh man. Oof.
It's like I don't want it to be true because someone's gonna have to handle it every day and smell it.
That would have reeked up a storm by the end of that third movie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say false.
It's true.
Really? They didn't even wash it?
Yeah, apparently, according to IMDb.
Experience.
That's a little gross.
Yeah, that's not okay.
Now, in their introductory scenes, where they're all identified as either good, bad, or the ugly, Clint Eastwood, Lee Van Cleef, and Eli Wallach, all three of them shoot two people each.
Hold up, doing the math in my head. Lee Van Cleef. No, false.
Oh, yeah? Wow. You just
Lee
pull
Van
it.
Cleef, he shoots at least three people. Because he shoots the dad, his son, and then Baker, the guy who was...
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
And you know what? You're right. It is false. They all three shoot three different people.
Shoot three. Yeah, Wallach shoots the three guys who come to kill him, and Clint Eastwood shoots the three bounty hunters who are coming after Eli Wallach. Okay, yeah.
Not too bad.
I never put together that they all shoot three people, though. And I think that's probably deliberate.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
It is. I'll shoot three people. There's three of them, but one of them dies. I don't know. Symbolism, it's somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Filming had a short delay when Clint Eastwood refused to turn up for work until Sergio Leone approved his $150,000 fee and bought him an Alfa Romero. Not personally, but the production did.
Okay. I don't know for certain. I know that they had a tempestuous relationship. I want Clint Eastwood's demand for a car to be true. So I'm going to have to go, I want it to be true. So true.
You know what? You are half right there. It is true, but it is $250,000 was the fee, and he got a Ferrari.
Oh, man.
There you go.
That's like, I mean, that makes more sense, but it's less funny than just asking for an Alfa Romero.
Right? Like, what's Italian?
Yeah.
Ferrari, Alfa Romero. Now, the movie shot in the Spanish desert was utilized This is my 11th show in like 3 days. Give me a second.
No worries, man.
Shot in the Spanish desert, the movie used 1,500 Spanish extras.
True.
You're absolutely right.
Okay.
1,500.
I mean, it was a lot.
Yeah. Probably didn't pay him like a bunch.
No, I guarantee you they didn't get paid much.
No.
Yeah.
Now you might know this one. It's probably like a well-known cowboy secret. Clint Eastwood actually hated cigars and used to tell Leone to get the shot quick unless he wanted Eastwood to throw up.
That's true.
Yeah? See, I can't imagine that. He looks so cool smoking his cigars.
He does, but yeah, he wasn't a smoker.
He's
At least not a cigar smoker.
Yeah.
I guarantee you those things were disgusting. Like, I guarantee you that after, like, because they're probably just on the props table out there, just sitting in the hot sun all day. They're just going to get bitter and stale and gross. And he's, having to smoke however many a day for these shoots. Yeah.
That's true. And Italians know how to smoke. So Leone's probably like, get the good stuff that only my children would smoke. And it probably just tastes like putting your mouth on a car exhaust or something.
Pudding flavored cigar.
Ugh.
No. I don't want anything to do with that.
Now, you watched so many damn Westerns in your lifetime. Now we're going to close with this. Why do you think this movie is among the best?
Oh, I don't think it's among the best. I think
Pop culture. Yeah.
I think it's the best because of its sweeping, grandiose style. I think that it has a wit to it that is often understated. I think the characters, all three of them Tuco especially is just one of the most well-written and acted characters, I think, in film history. He's this reprehensible crook, but he's charming and funny and sly. And, I think of that when he's bathing in the tub and he shoots the guy that comes to kill him. Next time you come to kill someone, shoot, don't talk. It's just like all three of them just put together this film, and the music is incredible. As I mentioned on my post about Ennio Morricone's death, the musical piece "Ecstasy of Gold" plays of 3.5 minutes of a guy running around a cemetery looking for a grave, and that is all that happens. Nothing changes, and it's this tense and frenetic part of this film. And it feels like a climax to it, but the real climax is not going to happen for another 5-10 minutes with probably the greatest Mexican standoff in film history. It's one of the great gunfights in movies, and there's only 2 shots and only 1 person dies, as opposed to what we often think of as, like a John Wick or an Inspector Tequila style gunfight. It's everywhere. I think that it was, along with the other 2 pieces of Dollars trilogy, a real much needed kick in the pants to change Westerns from a very goody two-shoes style of filmmaking. And that's not to say there weren't exceptions to this. The Oxbow incident, one of my favorite Westerns, and that's 1940s, and it's not clean cut or good or anything. But Leone almost killed the Western with this. Because it's hard to look at them as beautiful epics when the reality is that everyone was kind of a bastard. And so I don't know, it's a beautiful movie. It's astounding. And, I could have done this without having watched it. I've probably seen this movie so many times, but I also don't mind popping it in and watching it just on a whim, because I absolutely adore it. And that cemetery, by the way, it's still out there. You can go visit Sad Hill Cemetery, which they built for the movie. So someday when the European Union decides to let us into Europe again.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me. It was good talking to you again, man.
Oh, yeah. See you later.
Take it easy.